Hi there, I'd like to show you how to do this hub. I think we're calling it the hub. Yep, it's called the hub. And you'll notice it has these dimensions, shows you how to do that. I'll be mainly looking at these dimensions and then the holes and things like that. I do have a few other dimensions of how to make the circle, and the 10 holes are on that second line right there. So I'll go ahead and slide this right on over. And we'll get started. We'll go with New, English, Standard, and Create. And we'll 2D sketch the XY plane. And we will be working with the idea of using revolve. So we're going to go ahead and create a construction line for a center line. We'll do that like right here. And it doesn't really matter how long it is. We're just using that for a center line. And then this one does matter. How we want to go off of construction though. And we want this to be about, well, not about, it needs to be 1 inch long, and hit enter and then escape. Now we do want to dimension this line from here to that line. That actually needs to be 0.375 and hit enter. Perfect. Now we're going to try something slightly different that we haven't really done before. But we're going to take this line and we're going to follow along the construction line until that pops up. Until that line pops up, meaning it's in line with the end of the 1 inch line above there. Click, and we'll want to go straight up at 90 degrees. Then this, make sure it's at 90 degrees. That needs to be 1 inch in length. So we'll hit 1 inch and then hit enter and then escape. And we'll do the same for the other side. This looks good. So for the other side needs to be 2.5 inches. So we'll go along the, right there, click and go straight up. Make sure it's at 90 degrees. Whoop, it's easy to bump that. Go at 90 degrees and that needs to be 2.5 and then enter. And then we will want to get rid of these dimensions in order to, so we'll want to get rid of this dimension, right click, delete, this dimension, right click and delete. That way we will be able to trim off the bottom. Trim that off, perfect. So now we just need to finish off basically the cut view through the hub. So we'll go from here over 0.5, half inch, and then enter, and then we'll go up. That's going to be 1.5, enter, and click point to point, click 0.5. That's good. That's looking excellent. So now we just want to finish the sketch. We will want to revolve that around there. So we'll go with revolve. It's already chosen the profile. Now we need to choose the axis and we'll say okay. And so we've already created the hub. It looks pretty good to me. Next thing we'll want to do is put the 10 holes in. Then after that, we can put the keyway in. So we'll go right here. We'll create a sketch on that. And we'll want to make sure now to use the cross hatches right here. This is important so that we're lined up in the right spot. So we'll want to go to construction line. We'll make a circle, and that circle needs to be 3.5, and then hit enter. And then escape, take off the construction line, go to circle, and you'll want to make that circle 0.5, and then enter, and then escape. We'll finish that sketch. I'm going to turn it a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. And then we are going to use, what are we going to use here? It is, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's that circular pattern. I had a hard time finding it at first. Now you will need to choose the feature that you want to use. So you maybe make that a little bit bigger so it's easier to choose that circle. It's not going to let me do it. So what we're going to want to do is extrude it first, and we'll cut that out all the way through, and then say, okay, now we can use the circular pattern. We'll choose the circle right there as the feature, and then we'll go click on the rotation axis and click on this line. It gives you 6, but you actually want 10. So let's put in 10 and then click OK. There we go. See how fast that is? You don't have to draw individual holes. This does it really quickly. Now we just need to put the keyway in. So we'll click on this, create a sketch, and we will go to a rectangle. Make sure to use the 2-point center rectangle for this. And let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. And we'll click right here, and then we'll type in 0.125, tab 0.125, tab, and then hit enter, escape, and finish the sketch. We're going to need to make that bigger for sure so we can see what we're doing. We're going to extrude that. You want to choose the shape. You don't want it to go that direction. You want to cut it out all the way through, and then click OK. And then we have a keyway through our hub. And that is pretty slick. So then we'll want to go to default, choose a different color, flake satin blue. I don't know what that'll do. Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll take that. That looks pretty sweet. Looks like it's been heat treated or something like that. And then you'll want to make sure to save it. Come up here to save. And we'll just call this hub and save. And that's all there is to it. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to let me know. Have a great day. Bye.